And how's it going, guys? Josh Olufemii here, live in LA, and welcome to yet another creative week with Herman Huang, aka Coffee Liquor. Today we're going to be talking about the Dune Shield Fight Effect. Creative week is a time when we step in every day with one of my friends that's more creative and more talented than myself and conquer a lot of really cool topics. Coffee Liquor is going to be releasing one video every day this week, diving into the incredible world of VFX. You can actually download the project file that Herman's going to be using so you can follow along in the link below. Try this though, watch this tutorial all the way through once, just sitting back and relaxing and soaking it in, and then download the project file, and then watch it a second time, and then actually do the tutorial with me while editing with the project file. But first, of course, we're going to be talking about Envato Elements. If you're watching this video, you're probably a video editor, and Envato Elements is a video editor's dream. It's a subscription service that gives you unlimited downloads of the most incredible stock footage, like cloud and fog overlays, aerial footage, fire, lightning. They also have incredible VFX packs, Premiere and After Effects templates, sound effects, royalty-free music, and literally anything you could ever want as a video editor. Just by clicking the link below, you can get a 70% discount for your first month. Basically, you're just paying $9. And that's it. I use Elements literally in some regard every day.
Thank you as always, Josh, for the sick introduction. How's it going, everyone? It's Herman here, and we're gonna be learning how to do this sick effect that I saw from the Dune movie trailer. I think it's an effect they're using for their shield fighting after doing some research, but I'm not entirely sure because the movie's not out yet. But I thought it was such a cool effect that can easily be done in After Effects, so let's grab your footage and jump right into it. Now, I'll be using this sick footage that I found on Envato Elements. I've just got two of these medieval warriors battling it out with their swords. Really cool, very appropriate for this effect. Actually, wait, hold on a second. If you want to follow along, then there's actually a project file that you can download in the description below. However, I do encourage you to first watch through this entire tutorial once, just so you get a better grasp of what's happening and all the steps before you try and follow along with the project file yourself. All right, so you've launched After Effects, you have your sick footage of people fighting that we're gonna apply this Dune Shield Fighting Effect to. And the first thing that you're gonna do is you're going to isolate the people. In this case, I'm only gonna work with the left person just for the sake of this tutorial. And actually, I don't have just any After Effects version open. I have the beta version open because I'm going to use the Rotobrush 2.0 to cut out this left person. Now, you can use your favorite method, but I recommend using Rotobrush because it gives a cleaner job. Now, because this is not a Rotobrush tutorial, I'm going to quickly just kind of go over how to do it without getting into too much detail. I'm going to double click this layer while I have the Rotobrush tool selected, which is this one over here. And then we're going to start applying away the area that I want to actually isolate. And then I'm going to go to the Refine Edge tool, and I'm going to run it along the edges like so. And as you can see, as an example, the white areas are part of the edges that we're going to keep. So we can do this for all around the edges that we intend to keep. And if I change the visibility to toggle alpha overlay, you can see that the red portions are going to be subtracted, and whatever that is the normal color is going to be cut out. Josh actually put out a great tutorial on the Rotobrush 2.0 that you can check out on his channel if you don't know how to use it already. So as you can see, once I rotoed him out and I export it, it's only the person and the sword. And now I'm gonna go back to my original version of After Effects where I will continue this effect. All right, so once I've switched over, I now have two footage that I'm going to be working with. One is the original fight scene that includes everything, including the background. And we also have the left person here, which I called left guy. I know, such a creative name. And as you can see, he is isolated. So we're gonna take the fight scene and we're going to create a new comp, which is over here. And then we're gonna make sure that this left guy footage is on top as well. And of course, the timing should match one another, but in this case, I did not match the time, so it looks like there's two of them fighting, which is kind of funny. Fast forward a few seconds, and as you can see, I have done so where it is now synced up. As you can see, if I just solo it, it is really the left guy in the correct timing, and I even made it green so that it's easier to separate the two. Now, if we actually look at the effect and break it down a little bit, the actual scene itself, it's a blue tint that's overlaid on top, and there's a wiggle on it if I play it through. And that's really all there is to it. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go back over here and we're going to add a wiggle effect. I'm gonna do so by hitting Control Spacebar to bring up a free plugin by Video Copilot called Effects Console. Basically, it just saves some time from going to the Effects and Presets panel all the way to the right over here because efficiency is key for any video editor. Now, before we continue, if you're liking the video so far, please check out my Instagram page at Coffee Liquor, and you can see what I've been working on. Shoot me a DM if you want to chat, or if you got any questions as well, because I'd be more than happy to reply back. All right, let's continue. So I'm going to type in wiggle position. We're going to apply that, and then we're going to change the parameters so that the wiggle amount is, let's say, 20 and the speed is 50. But it's really up to you and what looks good to you. And then we're going to turn the motion blur on. And when I render this out a little bit, if I play it through, you can see that it starts wiggling a little bit, which is kind of interesting, but not quite there. We're going to duplicate this comp and we're going to add another effect called tint. And like the reference, I believe that the tint was a little bit blue. So we're going to change the map white to something a little more blue. So kind of like this in this case, and hit OK. And then we're going to change the blending mode. And if you don't see the blending mode over here, you can hit toggle switches in mode to bring it up. And then we're going to change the blending mode to something like add. Now, in this case, it's looking a little bright. And I think that means I'm going to change the blue to something darker like so. So that now it's already looking very similar to what's happening over here. Now, if you don't want the whole body to be shaking like this, you can always mask the area that you actually want the effect to appear. So you can always do something like this and then keyframe it by hitting M to bring up the mask path and then just animating it and keyframing it so it's at different parts of his body. Kind of like that to give some randomness, or to just apply the effect in the areas of impact, so somewhere like along here. But it is essentially as simple as that. You just do that throughout the entire clip that you actually want to apply the effect. In this case, let me just delete this mask over here. And one optional thing that isn't mandatory but I think looks cool is by adding an echo effect. So what I do is I'm going to duplicate this left guy clip. I'm going to highlight the bottom one. I'm going to delete the wiggle effect because I don't need that. And I'm going to bring up the echo effect like so. And you can play around with the parameters until it gives you something cool. In this case, I'm going to do something like this, and I'm going to change the number of echoes to something like 5. And what this does is it gives an interesting trailing effect, as you can see, as I scrub through it. But that's just an optional thing to add to make this effect look even more dope. Now, the only real difference between this and the one that I was using is that I added a color grade. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. All this is an adjustment layer where I applied lumetri color. This here is a darker scene, which is why the blue stands out more. In this case, I desaturated the sky so that the blue shield fighting effect looks more prominent and powerful. And that is all there is to it, guys. That is my take on how to do the effect from the movie Dune. This effect has a wide range of applications. I can see this being used in like a hip hop music video or streetwear commercial, or even just showing a character being really powerful in a narrative piece. So I'm excited to see what you guys do with this effect, and when you apply it to your next video, tag Josh and myself. We're always excited to see what you guys do with our tutorials. As usual, stay tuned to the next tutorial, guys, from both Josh and myself. If you like this tutorial, then check out some other ones that I've done on his channel as well. Do me a favor, check out my Instagram if you haven't done so already, just to see what I've been up to and what I will be up to as well. There's only gonna be more tutorial, guys, so until the next one, let's bring it back to Josh.
Herman, thank you so much for yet another incredible VFX tutorial. Please make sure to watch all the other incredible tutorials that we have in this month's Creative Week with Herman Huang. I got 2 more videos for you to check out right here. Remember, you can get a first month of Envato Elements for only $9 in the link below. We've stopped doing the free month offer. That's been an offer that's been going on for about 6 months. It finally came to an end, but you can still get the first month for $9. Every subscription really helps the channel, so please make sure to check it out. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and as always, remember to keep it chill.